Okay, you're listening to Weather Outlook. Today we have a sponsor today called Skyview Property Solutions. They're going to get their workout going with this weather we got coming in at midweek. So maybe the people that are in the area where this guy is located, you might want to give him a call. We've got some severely bad weather coming in, and I warned you about having ice this winter, and we're going to have some ice middle of the week, Thursday, Wednesday night, Thursday. Now we got a cold front sagging down, not a lot associated with it, a couple showers and some flurries, and into tomorrow. But as we get towards the evening hours tomorrow, this is around rush hour. We've had 50s and 40s across the state, and by tomorrow evening, the appearance of our temperatures is quite different. We got 20s in these areas through the mountains in northern PA, and we've got near freezing in central PA, Pittsburgh, and then down towards Philadelphia and South Jersey and Delaware. You're still kind of warm up a little bit, but as we go through the nighttime hours, this takes us to around this is around 2 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's below freezing. Now that's important because at that point in time, we have some snow beginning to break out here in western PA that's going to go across the state like a little dart. This is 5 a.m., this is 8 a.m., and then it continues as we go through the day. Now, this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. A snow band is broken out across PA down into South Jersey and down towards Wilmington. Um, as the temperatures at that point in time are quite critical for this to happen. But you can see literally the line right there. Um, Temperatures are in the 20s for the most part. And even at this time in the afternoon, Jersey is all below freezing or at freezing. And that's quite important to what's going to be happening here. Now, we move this a little bit ahead, and then the nasty weather begins to break out. This is around 8 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday. The snow line is here. It's beginning to slowly move to the northeast. Here's your sleet. That orange color in this area here, peach color, whatever that is your sleet. Purple, that's freezing rain. These darker purples, heavy freezing rain, and the green, is plain rain. But you're going to watch this go on overnight. This takes you to 2 o'clock in the morning, Thursday morning, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. The snow's moved off to the northeast. It's into New Jersey. There's your band of sleet in the middle. Here's your rain out here or your rain out here by Pittsburgh, and here's your freezing rain out here in the Laurel Highlands. Now, this all moves forward. Now, we move this to 5 o'clock in the morning. Look at this. It's turned to rain in Pittsburgh. Heavy rain here, but look right around here. That dark color of blue, purple there is heavy freezing rain. And then all this pink out here is sleet falling down. And then down here by Lancaster and York and all, it's freezing rain at this time. Then as you move this through the earlier in the morning, this takes you to around 8 a.m. The rain has moved out this way, and here's your freezing rain now out here. It's by State College out that way, and you've got some heavy freezing rain going on here towards Berks County, which is Reading, where I'm located, and heading up towards Allentown. But look at all the sleet going on up in northern New Jersey and southeastern PA. You need to or should be northeastern PA, not southeastern PA. And then we move through the daytime hours as the storm begins to move away. It pretty much stays sleet in Wayne County and parts of Pike County, but freezing rain elsewhere. And again, heavy freezing rain. And then down south, it changes back over to rain as it moves away. It's kind of crazy, but what it leaves behind us is one big mess. Here's your snow totals from it. That blue area, wherever it sets up, it's 2 to 4 inches basically, and around it there's a dusting to an inch or so. But here's your sleet. Okay, look up here, northeastern PA, over an inch of sleet, half an inch around it. Down here, heavy sleet in the lower Laurel Highlands, and down here into Maryland and all, they get hit pretty hard down there too. But this sleet reaches all the way into New Jersey, pretty much everywhere. Here's Berks County, half an inch of sleet. Here's the Wyoming Valley, looks like 2/10 of an inch, which isn't bad. But now you go to the freezing rain, and now it means something. Now you've got heavy freezing rain. You got over a quarter inch. And if I say over a quarter of an inch, that's this area pretty much in the darker purples here. That anything that's over a quarter of an inch, there could be branches, power outages, and things like that. It's going to get highway driving everywhere is going to be nasty. But power outages, here's the Laurel Highlands. You've gotten over half an inch there, almost three-quarter of an inch going up this way. Um, you look out here west of Wilkes-Barre, heading out this way, you've got again over half an inch. You got a quarter of an inch in Reading, quarter of an inch down by Allentown here. Even Philadelphia, you got almost a quarter of an inch. And again, this is going to be super traffic bad. Fortunately, some of this will fall during the morning hours. Maybe a delay would be important, but it should start to, the salt should somehow take effect through this whole thing. And the reason you see this little outline here is because it may not change over to freezing rain up here. This may stay all sleet, snow to sleet, where some areas go snow, sleet, freezing rain. So that's what to keep in mind. So that's the importance of the storm. Be very careful. I'm saying Wednesday night into Thursday, it's going to be a big mess for travel, and power outages might be in a lot of areas, and some branches will come down. Now, I wanted to put this MJO model up here. When we get into 812, that's usually where we get some bad weather. And if you look here, we're going to be getting into, we're in the lower part of it, but you're going to get into this around the 12th, around the 11th and 12th. And then it's going to go all the way through here, through the 19th, and get into 3, which is still favorable towards the end of the month before we start getting into a slight warm up a little bit and before we maybe come back around to cold. So that's the news why I think we're going to get slammed in the middle of the month. Now, over the weekend, again, there is going to be a little bit more snow to the north this time over the weekend, but we want to drag this thing out a little bit, take this thing up until this is the 12th in the morning, and we've got heavy snow breaking out across the area, and this is going to be troublesome for a lot of people. This is towards Wednesday evening. This is the 12th, and you can see basically all this area here, purple now, 6 to 12 inches in here is quite possible, at least at this time. That takes you into this takes you into Thursday morning, and you can see those numbers continue to move northward, and bad situation again right there. Then we move this out a little bit further, and you're going to watch these numbers change a little. This moves out of the way, right? And then boom, you got, you know, the twin brother coming right behind it. Now this is early morning on the 16th as of right now. Now remember, this is a little ways off, but this would be the early morning on the 16th, and guess what? Another one comes through. And this one's even more of a nor'easter than anything else, because look at these numbers. There's Reading, Allentown, Philadelphia, 12 inches plus. Now, they might be a little bit inflated, but what I'm getting at is that time period is when there's going to be multiple storms, and we're going to have the cold air around. It's going to get cold, and this is going to be the opportune time if we're going to get a northeast snowstorm. So when you start looking at these numbers and you start going, well, that's 2 snowstorms. But when you add everything up, man, that's a hell of a snow by the middle of the month, about the 18th of the month. That's a lot. Now, I don't think it's this inflated, but I think some people, this is not inflated. I think some people can get this. So you need to keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out for you, and we'll see how this goes. But the models kind of show that. The Euro model, which is this one, isn't so inflatable. But again, I'm trying to point out as we got snow coming, and you need to keep that in mind, especially as we get into next week, later on next week. All right, so that's your forecast. Everybody take care, and you be safe out there. And I will update this tomorrow.
Homes to the place we belong. Kidner Homes since 1972. Kidner Homes has known what to do. With endless floor plans, we will build your dream home with our own 2 hands.